back to the left hand side of the map, and this time it's German combat. As you would expect, if the units are adjacent to each other, then the Germans can have a go. So this guy is a 5 attacking. This guy's got defense of 3, but he is in the trees. This would be 5 against 3, that would be pretty much 1-to-1 in the trees. Not great. Not great for the Germans. But what they could do, and I'll maybe do this just as a kind of demonstration idea, is use one of the air points. Air points just means that if we have this guy versus this guy, 5 against 3, it's a 1-to-1 in the forest, but Germany are going to use an air point. All it really means is you get a 2-column shift to the right. At this point, the Russian player could say, whoa, hang on, I'm going to use one as well then, and it will nullify it. But the Russians don't have any, so Germans are going to use it. It goes from being a 1-to-1 to being a 2-to-1. And this time, because it's just ordinary combat, it's an ordinary d6. So Germans got a 2. A 2-1, a 2 is a 1 for the defender. So these guys don't want to take a step loss, so they're going to retreat. If you retreat, then you become disrupted. So this guy's disrupted. German wins, he is going to advance. So, job done. Same idea on this side. We'll go for this kind of idea. We have a grand total of 6 against, this won't be a lot. Yep, 1. So 6-to-1 in the forest. Doesn't look good for that guy, that Russian guy. 6. 6-to-1 in the forest with a 6 is a 1. So, yeah, okay. Did not too bad. So for his retreat, he is going to retreat onto the HQ. And he'll become disrupted. HQs don't get disrupted, so, you know, I can't, well, I probably can screw myself over doing that, but in theory I shouldn't. These guys are going to advance. So that's it. Okay. Let's see what we got. Nothing here, nothing there. Here, we could be this guy, and maybe even this guy could all attack this guy. Now, if these two here attack, they are going to be attacking across that river. They're going to get their attack halved. So let's see what we've got here first. We've got 8. Grand total of 8 against 5. So it would still be a 1-to-1. We could maybe chuck in these guys who are an 8. So it would be 8 plus, they're going to be halved to a 4. So we would have 12. 12 against 5. That would make it a 2-to-1. So if we do a 2-to-1, where we're going to use that guy, we are going to go against that guy. We're also going to include this guy. So we have 8 and 4 is 12 against 5. 2-to-1, and that guy is in the clear with a 5. 2-to-1 in the clear with a 5 is a 1-1. So this guy is going to retreat. He's going to have to retreat back here, I think. means he's disrupted. Now, out of these 4, they need to take a 1. So this guy is going to take the hit. And having said that, it means that they can then advance. So that's that. Try and get that out of there without wrecking the place. Oh yes. Right. I'm thinking these 2 against this guy. But certainly we've got our eye on this guy. Do we use both? We've got 10, but that's going to become 5 across the river. That would make it 1-1. These guys are 12, so that would be 11 against 4. Oh, I wouldn't quite make it a 3-1, but do we go 2-1? May as well. 2-1. We're going to use both these guys against this guy. 2-1 in the clear with a 3. 2-1 with a 3 gets a 1 for the defender. So this guy is going to have to retreat. He is going to retreat. We'll say he's going to retreat to under there. Right. Nothing happens to the German units, but these guys are going to advance. They're going to sneak through. Right. Am I going to miss this on camera? No, I should get it in camera. Okay. We're over to this guy. Nothing's going to do there, nothing going to do there. These 2 could go for this guy. That would be 10 and 8. It'd be 18, it'd be half to 9. 9 against this guy. Let's go for it. Oh, 9 against 6, so it's a 1-1. Both of these guys against this guy. So it's a 1-1 and it's in the clear. With a 3 is a 1-1. So get another disruption marker, and again the Russian unit is just going to retreat back under this guy, we'll say. Germans, this guy's going to take the hit and they'll advance into there. Beautiful. Nothing here, nothing there. So we're going to move this way. Right, in the middle of the map this time. Okay, we could have 2 against this guy. No, we could have 2 against this guy, 2 against this guy, and it would just be 1 against this guy. Okay. Right, okay, that's what we'll do. Going to do both of these guys against this guy. So we got an attack here of 6. And let's see, 6 and 10. 16 against 3. 3 would be 6. 3 6s would be 18, yes. No, I'd be taking it over. Oh, I hate doing arithmetic on camera. You know that? 16, it would have to be 5. 5-1, it'd have to be. But this guy's in the forest. So we're going to do 5-1 in the forest with a 3 is a 2 for the defender. So defender is going to have to retreat 2. So we'll say 1, 2. And disrupted. These guys are going to do the advance. Now this one is where it can get tricky. We're going to do 2 against this one because this is the HQ. Now, I'm probably going to have to look this up. But they don't give any defense. But if there's step losses and whatnots, then that HQ could be lost. Not a major problem, but still not the greatest. Right, we have 10 and 18, Jesus. 28 against 3. Off the charts. Off the charts and in the clear. So, highest you can get is 8 to 1. So, 8 to 1 with a 1 in the clear is an E. Eliminated. So, that means that the HQ does have to go as well. Now, before the HQ goes though, what we have to do is, I need to get my little table so I can find out what to do next. Basically we roll a dice for the HQ to see whether it's going to come back later or it's completely eliminated out of the game. So D6, 1 or 2, it's permanently out. 3 and 4 comes back next turn. 5 and 6 back in 2 turns. So 3, so it's back next turn, but it comes back rather than being 5-10, it comes back as a 4-10. So there's not as much radius on it, but at least it does come back. So it'll come back in turn 3. Right. So one of these guys, we'll say these guys are going to advance. This guy's next. Oops, no, can't use that guy. With this guy, we have 10 against 2, 5 to 1. 5 to 1 in the clear with a 3 is a 3. Holy moly. So this guy's got to have to run away 3 hexes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And is disrupted. This guy will then sneak in there. Right. Nothing there, so we're over to these guys. Right, going to move the camera again. And right hand side, here we go. Right, so the last battle that I did there was up here. So this guy here, we have this guy and guy below him who's must have retreated at some point. So potentially they could go 3 against these guys. We have a 5, a 6 in total there, and a 10 in total there. So we have a 21 in total with these 3 guys. So if the 3 of them go against these guys, this guy would have to be miraculously, amazingly good. This guy would have to be Chuck Norris. Nope, it's not Chuck Norris. It's a 7. So they were 21, I think I said. So that would be... was it 21? Yeah. 6, 10, and 5. 21. So 21. So it would be... they get 7, so it would be 3 to 1. So 3 to 1, but these guys are in the trees. 3 to 1 in the trees. Let's see what they get. Bear in mind the Germans could use air points, but I'm not going to bother. We're going to assume that they've got that lot there. 21 attack, a 7 defense, and they get a 1. One in the trees, rather, not in the clear. With a 3, it's just a 1. So with a 1, they are going to retreat. So they are going to retreat further into the trees. And we'll say these guys are going to advance. Should actually have kept those guys to fight those guys, but yeah, well. So, moving over to here, if we have these guys, we have a 10 and a 7. 17 against 2. That would be roughly 8. 8 to 1. So 8 to 1 in the forest with a 1 eliminated. So gone. And we'll say these guys. Now we'll say these guys are going to advance. Oops. I just bumped that guy. I hope he was there originally. Oops, my bad. Okay. Germans are going to go this away. I tried to kind of keep the highlight out of the way, but yeah, didn't do that great. We have 15 against 3. So it's going to be 5 to 1 in the clear. 5 to 1 in the clear with a 5 is a 1-2. So this guy is going to have to retreat 2 and be disrupted. This guy is going to do 1. He's already took a hit. Okay, the other guy is going to take the hit. There. They're not going to advance because pretty pointless going that way. They want to go up that way. So that is that one. Last one I think is this guy, who's been pretty badly surrounded. Let's see. Single ones, so 6, 6, 12, 12 and 9, still 21. 21, we have a 5 though, which is not bad. Again, a 4, 9. So that'd be 2 to 1, and they're in the trees. So 2 to 1 in the trees. Let's see. 4, 2 to 1 in the trees with a 4 is a 1-1. So these guys need to take 1 somehow. So this guy is going to take the hit, 1, and those guys are going to retreat. Now, this is where it gets tricky because the only way they can retreat is into another zone of control. I believe that's the only time you can do that, is that it's last resort and you have to go into another zone of control. So, yeah, tricky because either way I'm still staying with these 3 guys. I can't get away from them. Or is it? No, sorry, no. Is it? No, it was a 4, so it was a 2. So, yeah, that should be okay. So I can still get away from these guys with a 2. I can just go up here. Right. In fact, better still. That one. That way it's not a zone of control. These guys don't have a zone of control. So, okay. Go with that. Not the best, but we'll go with that. Right. That is the end of the German combat. Quick look at the map just to see where things are. First battles that we had were here. Second lot were here. Third lot was over here. So, yeah, Russians are looking a bit scattered. So, next should be Soviet reaction movement. that is where the Soviets can move 2 motorised units and then any of the HQ units that they want. And it's half movement. But because it's raining, they don't get to do it. So we skip that. Same for German exploit movement. Again, Germans get to move again, but their movement is halved. But again, it's raining, so we skip it. The real next thing we do, for sure, is Soviet supply. So, Soviet reinforcements. Let me just bring them in. Had I been prepared, I would have done this already, but nope, I'm not prepared. So I'm going to just leave them sitting there for the moment, just to show you them. These are the guys that's coming in. We have 8 in total. We've got an HQ, 2 cavalry, and 5 other units. Now, these guys are going to go on the map. The HQ has got to go on any road or rail hex. Remember, Soviets can use the railway, Germans can't. So this guy has got to go on a road or rail hex, but it must be 8+ hexes away from the nearest German unit. Now, let's have a look. Because this guy is going to replace any HQ that's pretty much in danger of getting bumped and screwing up the whole chain of supply. So, this guy seems okay. Not great. This guy seems okay. This guy's in danger of getting hit. If he went, then it wouldn't be a major disaster, but it would mean this guy and this guy need to fill in. There's a guy way over on the right hand side. In fact, I think I just pointed at people you couldn't even see. But there's HQ units. 1, 2, 3 on the right hand side of the board. 3 on the left hand side. And this guy is hopefully going to fill in any gaps. So, right. Hopefully, I'm going to put this guy in the right place and it won't go pear-shaped. That'd be a first. I'm going to put this guy, probably you won't see, but I'm going to put him way up over here. Probably just outside the camera. Because he's got to be 8 hexes away for the Germans. Put him up there. Hopefully all will be good. These guys, they can go on any hex as long as it is more than 5 hexes from the Germans. So they can go anywhere at all. I think I am going to put them somewhere in the middle where there's loads of big gaps. So hang on, I'm going to move the camera. Right, I'm thinking that putting these new reinforcement chaps, I'm thinking putting them somewhere up here. Because there's big gaps kicking about and there's folk that are disrupted. So try that. So I'll put the 2 cavalry together. And they're going to be 5 hexes away. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I put them somewhere up here, hopefully they can come running in true cavalry style. Again, I'm going to put some, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could probably put these guys somewhere about here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a bit close, but never mind. Benefit of the doubt. And let's see. Put these guys up there. Last one. Just there. hopefully, and fingers crossed, hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're going to help. Kind of doubt it, to be honest, but you never know. Right, so HQs are done. The other ones must be they must be in supply. So the HQ, oh, bumped that one. That HQ should be in there. HQ's got to be on the road. All good. Those guys are in. Done. Soviet air power, nothing. Supply status. Right. Are these guys going to be in supply? So this guy can go back to there, back to there. They can go back to there. He can go back to there, there. They can all go up that way. They can also go to the one that's under there. New guy goes to that guy. That guy goes to that guy. That guy goes to that guy. That guy that I put in there, I'm going to cheat and move him across there because he's just out of supply. Oops. This guy, let's see. Yeah, because he could go run about this guy. This guy would be okay. The ones on the right can go to this guy. Okay, so there's only one on the right hand side, which I won't move the camera again, but there's one on the right hand side that is out of supply because of the zone of control that the Germans have got. Other than that, the rest of them are in supply. So I never screwed that up too bad. Right. Done. Next on the magic list. I think that's it. We marked the guy out of supply. Soviet movement. Right, for Soviet movement, it is quite simply run away. Run far away. Disrupted units can only go half. And I believe you round it up. But anyway, this guy's a 5, so he is going to get, say, 2.5. 2.5 we'll call it. Because he can't move in there, that would be 3. So he's going to have to move here, which should be 2. He's not going to get 4, so hard cheese, old boy. He's going to have to go in there. These guys are going to do pretty much the same. This guy's got 7. So he can go 3.5. Again, he's going to have to go in there. So he can go in there as well. And they are both disrupted. This chap can go 5. He can go 2, 4 we'll say. So 2, 4. Still keeps people in supply and all that jazz. This HQ unit, he is going to go, let's see, he's going to go there. These guys, they're disrupted at the bottom. Disrupted one at the bottom is a 5, so he's only going to go, say, 2 at most, but he's in an entrenchment, so he's already in good cover. Entrenchment. Let me see. What does that do again? Germans attacking against an entrenched hex. Soviets got a +2. So he's in a good space. So we'll keep him in there. This guy, we will move him into there. So he's in a better place. Keep them in supply there. We've got an HQ unit here. Keep him. This guy, these are both in entrenchment, so they're good anyway. Entrenchment is good as well. This guy's disrupted. He could go in that trench. Okay, he can go in there. One of them is disrupted. He's a 5. So he could probably go with that guy. Keep them both in there. This guy he was in there anyway. He's a 5. Let's see, that'd be 2. Yeah, okay. He can go in there. This guy wants to run away as well. He is going to go in there. And we have somebody there disrupted. They're a 9, so they've got, say, 4. Guy in the top's got 5. If they both do 4 into there. So, keeps them nice and entrenched. They can stay where they are. Although there is a bunch of Germans in the way. Yeah, I'm just thinking ahead because the Germans have got a movement where they can move probably that guy. So, right. I'm going to move the camera because I think I'm pointing off camera like an idiot. Right, so this is the guy I just moved. I've moved these guys into the trench. This is the guy I'm looking at. This guy's possibly going to get to move next. And I don't want that HQ getting hit. I'm going to move them. It's a 5 and a 10, so I'm just going to move them both 4 into there. In fact, no, I'll move that guy into there, put the HQ there. Still got an HQ up here that can do these guys. They're disrupted. He can move 4, so he can go in there. Bit of cover and all that jazz. He can go 4 into there. These guys both can do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to scoot them way up into a trench that's up there. Over here. In fact, I'll move the camera again. Okay, last chunk is we have, let's see, this guy. We've got this guy. 2 of them disrupted. One can go 2.5, one can go 4.5. Gonna say 2 to there. This guy can go 5, I'm gonna say 5. I'll say 2. If I make this guy go 2, 4. Yeah, you know what I've just done? Forgot about the fact that if you exit a zone of control, I think it costs 3 movement points. I'm going to have to check and see if that's legit even in your movement phase, but I think it is. And I think I've just probably screwed up a couple of them. Well. Won't be the first, won't be the last screw up. Right. Let's see. We have this guy. Put him in there. Put him in there to try and fix this guy or save this guy. We have out of supply folk who are also disrupted. One's a 5, so becomes a 2 and a bit. The other one is a 5, which is a 2 and a bit. So they're both 2 and a bit. Which, if I went with the whole idea of 3 to get out of a zone of control, then these guys are screwed because they can only do 2 and a bit. Maybe a 3, but either way, they're going to end up still in a zone of control, so they're kind of trapped in there. Let's see. We have guys here. We'll put one up there, one in there. And I think that is it for the Russians. They're all running away, but trying to kind of keep them in those entrenchments. And there's another big entrenchment further up, maybe about 2 hexes away from there, up. So, idea being, can fall back into those trenches and hopefully hold off the Germans. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, zoom out, show you the full map again, because the next part is the German reaction movement, where the Germans get to move motorised units only, but only 2 stacks can move, full movement allowance. But again, you skip that when it's raining. These were all the things that I did in turn 1. Next thing would be Soviet combat, which is just not happening. There's no way the Soviets want to take on any German units just yet. Next section, Soviet exploit movement. And it means that any Soviet units can move at half movement, but not when it's raining. So we skip that as well. And basically that is it. That is the end of turn 2. So at the end of turn 2, you remove all the disruption markers, and that's you next turn. So, that is it for turn 2. Finito. I'm going to work through turn 3, maybe turn 4, but I'll do another turn which will either be 4, 5 or 6, one of those 3, because at that point it will be into frozen weather and it changes things a bit. So, see you for that.